Well, here we are, last day with long hair. I've got an appointment for a haircut set up for 1 o'clock. So I'll be heading over there and I have to get back to work. So I'm going to try to see if I can get a little bit done today. First day today that I can look out of the window in my house and see grass again. Most of the snow, almost all of it, is totally melted, thank God. And it looks good. I just, it's winter, so who knows. But for the moment, I'm really happy, and I'm kind of anxious to be out and part of the world again and not stuck in the house. I'm headed out to get my hair done, and I'm going to take you along with me. And I am scheduling another appointment for a second person to come in and give me an estimate for the work that I need done in the house. The first estimate came in and it came in really high, or at least really high for me. So I have to see how I can do this. I may have to do it piecemeal. I may have to be my own general contractor and hire out the parts. We'll just take it one step at a time. Okay, this is the last view of me with all this hair. Just going in to get my hair cut. It's amazing. I forget from time to time how incredible the universe is and how much you can manifest. I remember when I was very, very sick years ago, and I was in the hospital, and I had a wonderful, wonderful roommate. She unfortunately was a terminal cancer patient, but she was an incredible woman, and she was worried about me. And her daughter brought in a Bible one day and gave it to me. And I just opened it. And the page I opened it to said, "Anything ye shall ask for, believing, ye shall receive." And I think about that often. I manifested a spot because it's a rainy, nasty day right in front of the hair salon. How wonderful is that? Now I'm going to go in and see what happens. I think I'm going to take off a lot of hair. I'll see you on the other side. Well, hi, I'm back from my haircut. Every single time I go there, I tell her to cut it much shorter. She doesn't listen to me. She always just cuts off a little. I don't even feel like I look like I had a haircut. She just took the straggly ends off. I almost feel like I could have done that myself. So, I don't know. I did pick up a couple of adorable things. They have like a little boutique in there, and they were having a kind of end of the season sale. So I picked up a couple of things that I'll show you when I stop the car. I think they're really cute. So I will show it to you. One of them is really going to be good when I go out Ubering and doing all that stuff. It's actually this. It's a little fanny pack. At least that's what we used to call it. Has room for my phone and for my necessities, so I don't have to carry a handbag with me. And the Dolly Parton in me just had to get this hat. So it's a really cute little beanie, but look at it on this side. It's got glitter. I am drawn to glitter like a child is. What can I tell you? So that is it. I'm glad I got my hair cut anyway. I'm just going to my friend Ken's house for a few minutes to pick up some stuff he picked up for me during the snowstorm, and it's in his house, and then I have to go home because I have another contractor coming over to take a look at the house and to give me another quote. So let's continue this ride. Shouldn't be too long till I get there. I don't know how much of this part of the video I'm going to use, but here we are. And it's facing the wrong direction, which is not good. So I don't know how I'm going to integrate this into the regular video. Who knew? I was able to turn this around so I didn't have to do it in portrait mode. Okay, I'm still on my way to my friend Ken's house, and I'm going to pick up my stuff. I went to his cousin's house for Christmas, and I'd never been to his cousin's house before, and she had her house redone in the last several years, and she had it done by a great company out here. I can't afford to use them because they're a little bit on the pricey side, but they did a beautiful job. And she had hardwood floors, which I have, in her living room, dining room, and she had it changed to, I don't think it's tile. I think it's some kind of vinyl flooring, but a very, very good quality. I'm pretty sure it was not the tile. You know, they have the tiles that look like wood, and it looks like they grouted and all of that, but it looks like wood. It's that kind of a look, but I think hers was vinyl, which would be so much easier to clean up if any accidents happen with the dogs. As the dogs get older, you never know what's going to happen. You know how that goes. So I really I'm going to ask him to ask her if she can send a picture of the floors so I can show it to the contractor and see if maybe that's an option for me instead of repairing and replacing and scraping and polyurethaning my hardwoods, and I would still have to deal with the issue of if the dogs have an accident. So I'm going to see about doing that. I cannot believe I'm already near his house. The trip was quick. It was really quick. So on that note, I will get there soon, hopefully. Okay. I have to tell you, I had bought this winter, I got some candles, which I had mentioned to you. I haven't bought candles in years and years, and I love candles. I love having a pleasant scent in the house. I like to be surrounded by nice scent. I find it very relaxing. So they have a couple of scents that I'm madly in love with. So I bought from a few different companies, one of which is called Candleberry. I'd never heard of them before, and I tried. They're actually a little bit pricier than some of the others. They have more of the old-fashioned jars with the lids, but they tend to burn a little bit. I don't know, they're a little bit sooty burning compared to the new ones that have the wide open top. So, yeah, anyway, but I did buy some, I think they call it cargo. It is paper infused with scent that you hang from your mirror or whatever. And I cannot tell you how much I love this one particular scent. I loved it so much that I got another one of their scents that got a really high rating, but I didn't like the other one at all. This one is called Pumpkin Praline Waffles, and it smells delicious. It really, truly smells delicious. Last time I had one, it actually, the scent remained on it for over a month, so that was pretty good. These are, again, a tiny bit pricier than some of the others. I think their regular price is $4.99. They had it, I actually didn't, they have it on sale now, I think, for $4.50, which is no big sale. But I think I bought it for $3 and change. So I bought, I think I bought 4 of one and 2 of the other or whatever. But I'm in love with this smell. It's delicious. When I get out of the car, I'll take a picture of it. Wow. It makes me feel so relaxed. I really love it. He lives in 55 and over community. Nice little community, really well kept, and he's happy there, so it works out well. Oh, hi, I'm good. How are you? Happy New Year to you. I'm going to be there for maybe 20 minutes. Okay. Yeah, please God. I'm so glad that the snow is gone.
Oh my goodness, that's good. And warm up a little bit. I'll take that.
Yes, me too. Is it nice and warm in there? Did they give you heat? Good.
Okay, Joe, you have a great day.
You too.
And good to see you.
Take care. It's good to see you as well. Okay. Oops. It rolled up into a ball. I'll fix it when I park. It's a nice little development, as I say. It's not huge, but it's well kept. It was built in the late 80s. You're not seeing any of it. I think I'll turn it around when I'm driving out because it's kind of nice. But you know something? Let me do this. No, not going to let me. Yeah, it's kind of nice. It really is. It's a kind of nice development. As I say, it's well kept. And yeah, he's happy here. They just have the upstairs units and the downstairs, and it's a good thing. They have a clubhouse, a pool, all the usual stuff. Okay. Just picked up my stuff from Ken, and I am on my way back because I heard from the contractor. The contractor told me he is one town away from me doing an assessment of another house so that he can give her a price, and then he's coming to me. So as long as it takes me to get home, he should be coming by right after that. So I will let you know how that one goes as well. It's such a dreary day, but I'm so grateful for it because it's a dreary day that is not freezing cold, where I feel as if, oh my God. So this is a good day. They're building so many apartment buildings in the last few years. They really didn't do that out on Long Island a whole lot, at least not in the area that I spend most of my time in. And it's amazing, but they're building rental units. I guess there was a real need for that with people moving out of the city after COVID and after all the other issues that were going on in the city. It is such a dismal day, and I'm so grateful for it because it's not snowing, it's not freezing cold, it's a gift. It's all in the way you see it. I have to tell you, that girl that I told you about, and I'm going to link her channel below. I think she's the girl with no plan. I think that's what she calls herself. But I think she's got a plan. And I think she's amazing. I was watching a video of hers this morning, and I'm amazed by how many people have a need to bring their negativity to the table. Here is somebody who is totally rebuilding her life, is living in joy in the moment, doing everything right to get her life back together again. And a couple of her subscribers, or some of her subscribers, she got her cat back recently. And by getting her cat back, it just made her so happy to have something that she loved with her. And one of the subscribers had said she's just in a small room and she's so happy that she has a room. And she wanted to get her cat, I don't know what you call it, one of those house type thing, you know, one of those things that has multi-levels. I forgot what they call it. And one of her several of her subscribers had given her money toward getting it, and I think one of the subscribers had said something about just wanting to get it for her, or perhaps even having gotten it for her. And I thought, that is a beautiful, beautiful thing, for somebody to feel so much for another human being that they don't know, but they want to add to their joy. They want to make their day better. They want to do something positive to keep the positive flow for that young woman. And there's a guy there who refers to him as Bob something or other, who left a string of negative, nasty comments. Things like, why would you send anything to her? Something about tax dollars and why would you do that? She got herself into her own mess. Well, how many of us at one time or another in our lives either get ourselves into a mess or know somebody close to us one way or the other who has done it? How unfeeling does somebody have to be to not want to give somebody a leg up, to try to make their life better, or to just be a positive force? So there were a number of people who really were upset with him, and I have to tell you, I was really tempted to write something myself. But I know the type of person he is, and what he would do, unquestionably, is he would spew a little bit of that negativity toward me, as he has done with other people. So I haven't done it yet. I probably will, because it bothered me so much. I wanted to say to him, if this offends you so much, or if you don't like what you see, or you don't think anybody should help her, don't watch. Don't watch it and then tell everybody else how wrong they are for wanting to be a force, a positive force in somebody else's life. I think it's as much of a gift for the giver as it is for the recipient. Oh my God. I just saw an animal who had been obviously hit in the road. God bless the soul of that poor thing. God bless it. Oh my God. That's tough. That is tough. I can't. Wow. The line between life and death is paper thin sometimes. It's 1 second you're here and 1 second you're not. I think every second you're here, you should try to do something that makes life better for you and for everybody else who's sharing the experience with you. Why not? Why not? It certainly doesn't harm you in any way. I'm looking forward to getting another quote. I'm a little concerned that it's going to be crazy high again, and I just can't do it. I can only do what I can do. So we'll see. I mean, perhaps I might have to break it down and have separate people doing separate parts of the job, and I might have to be my own general contractor, which might save me some money in the end. So we'll see. I think my biggest concern at this point, aside from the electric that is not working in 2 of the back bedrooms, so they have to find out where the issue is. Aside from that, my biggest concern is the floor. I really hope that the floor can either be repaired. There are definite big spots on it from my animals over the years with the carpet over it. I didn't really see it because if the carpet had been cleaned, you couldn't see what was under it, but there are definite spots all over from all the years with the dogs, aging dogs in my house. I mean, there have been many over all the years that I've lived in that house. So either I can have those floors done, but they're going to have to piece in some new oak to patch it and then scrape and polyurethane it. I think I'd really like just a plain clear finish on it. I don't want it stained, I want it light. Or I would like to get some kind of a really good quality vinyl floor. I can't afford the tile that looks like wood, but I really want it to look good. I'm going to have to sell the house, and the best way for me to sell it and come out of it with anything enough to do anything down the road is to have it look as good as it possibly can. So that's what I am attempting to do. I'm so happy to be in the car again. It's amazing the things we take for granted. I told you in my last video, I believe, that I had an issue with my stomach that started, it's over a week now. And when it first started, I swore it was food poisoning. I had the most awful pains in my stomach for many, many hours that really concerned me at one point. But thank God I got past that. But it took a while for it to be better. And then I got really sloppy with my eating again because I started to get hungry, and I started to eat a lot of the junk that I want to have. I love nuts. I probably shouldn't eat them as much as I do. I love cashews and peanuts. I haven't been having peanuts lately though, but I have been having cashews. I love the fact that the days are getting a little bit longer, especially when I'm Ubering. I'm so aware of it, because at the shortest of it, it was getting dark before 4:30 in the afternoon. And now it's probably 10 after or a quarter after 5. So that's nice. So the days continue to get longer, and I'm loving every minute of it. Once winter is over, I'll be much happier. I just hope I get through this next appointment I have. Okay. I hope there's no surprises. I just would like to have a period of time when I don't have to worry. If that could happen, it would be a gift. I know life is a gift anyway. It really is. It doesn't always feel that way. Sometimes the struggle is so real that you feel as if, why am I here? Or why do I have to suffer like this? But I really look at it so much more as the lessons that we can learn and the things that we can take away from the negative stuff that makes the positive stuff so much more joyful. I'm definitely, most of the time, the cup is half full kind of gal. I think the guy is definitely going to be at my house before I am. God, I hope I get a decent price from somebody, because I really want to start that work and get it done. Then if I could just get my house ready, stage it, and get out before the market really turns. Once it turns, I'm in trouble. I have to start thinking about a new car, because I'm very close to my mileage limit on this one, and I don't want to pay for excess mileage. So I have to start thinking about it, but I gotta bring that up. I brought it up for a reason. Oh, the thing that I would love to have in my next car as well is I've got the heads-up display. I love it. Funny thing is, when I had my last Mercedes, they had the heads-up display at that point, and the salesman had told me there was a car that had it. He told me not to get it. He told me that I was not going to be happy with it, that I would find it distracting. Quite the contrary. I love it, because I don't have to take my eyes from the road. I just look straight ahead and I can see my mileage. I can see what the speed limit is where I am. I can see any cars coming up on the right or left. It's a wonderful thing. I really would miss it if I didn't have it. I also love the 360 camera. So that's a good thing. As I told you, I think, I really was seriously thinking about the Tesla for the next one because the prices came down on them, and because David tells me it's so much cheaper to run if you put mileage on the car, which now I do. I didn't do it before, but I'm certainly doing it now. I'll be really happy when spring comes and you start to see the buds on the trees. Everything is so tonal right now. It's gray and it's taupe and it's brown, and it's got its own beauty. But I'll be happy to see things starting to come alive in the spring. That's really nice. Okay, this is the north part of the exit, and I have to get off at the next part. So here I go, and I'm willing to bet the guy's going to be there, sitting waiting for me to show up. So I think I'm going to end this now, and I will let you know how it goes, though I'm sure I'm not going to get any information from him in terms of pricing until he has a chance to work up the numbers. I'll catch up with you.